Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about Amazon Attack. Yes, not the original Amazon Attack, but the 2023 run where it features Yara Flord, um, Mary Marvel, Nubia, um, and I cannot say that girl's name. Oh, yes, her name was Fukiara. Fukiara. She's the queen of the Barbara Mariah's Amazons, the ones that Artemis come from. Um, but yeah, we're going to talk about that. And honestly, even though I read the story, it actually serves as a better backdrop for sort of what Tom King was leading up for the Wonder Woman run, with Amazons actually being attacked and the government actually going after these Amazons. You actually do see that in this book, because in Wonder Woman, it's not even talked about or discussed. And once again, it goes back to my problem with, you have Wonder Girl, Cassie Sandsmark, and you have Donna Troy. The fact that they're not in this book, the fact that Donna Troy doesn't even show up in this book, spoiler alert, Cassie does show up, but Donna doesn't show up. And once again, we need to go back to the fact that that's been my issue with the Wonder Woman line for a long time, is that they push out her supporting characters and it just don't make no sense. Or like, let's even go with Amazon Attack, where you did have major players in that thing, but once again, they wrote Donna out so she can do an event, and then they brought Cassie in and kind of ignored a lot of Diana supporting characters in these events. And when you have a book about the Amazons being attacked by the United States, you would think that, Artemis, because Artemis not even in this book, you would think Grace Choi, which, if you guys don't know, Grace Choi is a half Amazon. Um, Lightning, no, not Lightning, but Thunder would show up, because they got Mary Marvel in here. Okay, why can't Grace Choi and Thunder show up? If you guys don't know, Grace Choi is an Amazon, is half Amazon. It's kind of hard to explain her background. Um, but she's also dating um Lightning. No, she's dating Thunder, one of Black Lightning's daughters, the oldest daughter. If you guys seen the CW, you'll know about Arissa, and you know that she calls herself Thunder, and her sister calls herself Lightning. Well, of course, in the series they do bring Grace Choi, but they erase her Amazoness heritage. So I'm thinking, like, okay, so you had these two. So not only is Donna Troy not here, Artemis is not here, and Grace Choi isn't here at all, which doesn't make any sense, because wouldn't it make sense for them to be hunted down? And then it also goes back to my thing about how, okay, they did a Tales of the Titans, Donna Troy, and Donna Troy was still dealing with the fallout from Wonder Woman. And then they did like this one mini issue. They did this one issue, which honestly I think it serves to set up Donna Troy for a solo run, but clearly I never get that book. Where you have Donna Troy dealing with the fact of her missing parents, because apparently they're saying that her parents is some kind of tied to it. But remember, the Amazons are being hunted down, and yet she's on the Titans team like it ain't nobody's business, instead of being hunted down. And it just doesn't make any logical sense. And then, where is Artemis and Cassie? Cassie just shows up whenever the hell the writers remember her as, and then she doesn't even have her lasso. Why does she not have her lasso? You get what I'm saying? Again, we got all these supporting characters from Wonder Woman that don't really show up. So yes, you got a book that has a few Wonder Woman characters, but you know where's the rest of the characters? That's how you don't have a coherent universe. And it pisses me off when people like me and other people who know these characters, who know what's going on, be like, hey, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why are we doing this nonsense? And then chill out with the Lesbo Fest. Honestly, chill out with it. every Amazon can't be fucking with fucking females. It don't make no sense. Nubia never liked it damn females. Now all of a sudden she's with a female. Stop it. Then half of the Amazons, because I read the Nubia book, the Nubia solo book, and I read the Trial of the Amazons, which that was a terrible event. Y'all don't know how to do nothing. I mean, this book, granted, this one does better than Trial of the Amazons, but that's a low bar. But the whole lesbo bullshit, female empowerment nonsense kind of do need to stop, even though I get it, it is females. But that's another reason why the Wonder Woman line doesn't do well, is because of nonsense like this. You know what I'm saying? And then Nubia should be flying. She is literally the twin sister of, Wonder Woman. Let's go back to that origin instead of changing this, because now she's boring. She's not interesting anymore. Like, I don't like, she's just an Amazon who, I mean, she's just a black woman who died and was resurrected by the pit of souls and became an Amazon on Themyscira. That's kind of dumb. That's dumb to me, honestly. It just doesn't work. It didn't make any sense when they added that to it. But again, that's what happens when y'all don't know these histories. Like, y'all, the writers, y'all literally work for DC. I'm quite sure you can go to the offices and there is literally books of everything, and that's probably a data log of history of these characters. Please start using them, because it pisses me off when I have to be like, oh, this character wouldn't do this. Why is this character here? Why this character's not here? Why are you not using these characters or whatever? And I understand sometimes some people don't want to use certain characters, but when you have an event that affects a lot of characters, I'm sorry, we're going to have to use that character. Like, because I know how at the time with the Batman stuff, they wanted to keep Nightwing separate from the Bat family because he was with the Titans or whatever and stuff like that. And then they kind of forced him to break up with Starfire in order for him to come back to the Bat family, but still be part of the Titans or whatever. But she just couldn't be. It's one of those dumb things where you just gotta stop nonsense. Just realistically, if an event affects certain characters, they should be in it. And the fact that Cassie, Donna, Artemis, Grace Choi, to name a few, weren't in especially those four major characters weren't in this book, even though the book is called Amazon Attacks, is pretty crazy. But you put Mary Marvel, okay, great. So what about Lightning? You know what I'm saying? What about Supergirl? Because she's close with Cassie. Cassie is her friend. She would have, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see where I'm going with this kind of stuff. There are certain characters who are allies of the Amazons that still should have been part of this book. You know what I mean? And then, you could have used Steve Trevor to work with them. You could have used Edna Candy to work with them. What I think, was it Argus or whatever? Steve's government thing. You know what I'm saying? Stargirl should have been here, because Stargirl is also a close friend with Cassie. Like, you see what I'm saying? You see how if you're going to do something like this, it needs to kind of make sense with who these characters are, with the history that they have. Of course, I know I shouldn't really be caring, because you know how that goes. I care too much about these characters. I care too much about this, comic books. But it's just like, damn, if y'all don't care about this shit, why would other readers care about this shit? You get what I'm saying? Y'all gotta make this shit careable. So anyway, the story basically is, after the fallout from one of the Amazons killing people, some Amazons been been wearing the Wonder Woman sigil and going and being possessed and been blowing up and killing people or whatever and stuff like that. Now they the military and everybody wants to stop the Amazons, and right now Queen Nubia is trying to make negotiations with the United Nations, of trying to figure out what's going on. But they want the Amazons out, and they basically looking to Queen Nubia to figure out what's going on. Which honestly, I miss Hippolyta. Bring back Hippolyta ass and get Nubia ass off of this shit. Which is kind of, I love Nubia as a character, But I don't like this new thing that they're doing because it feels like they're doing this thing because, oh look, she's black or whatever. But you're not connecting her to Diana. You took away the fact that she is literally her twin sister who happens to be black. Which, newsflash, it can happen. There has been white and black twins in the world. That gives a interesting thing on her. But hey, we're not even going to talk about that. So basically, they want answers, and Nubia was saying that they're going to try to solve it, but right now they got to figure out where Diana is or whatever. So right now the man's world is inviting Queen Nubia to talk and explain what's going on with everything, because she was invited. So now when she goes to where she's supposed to be, there are people outside booing and all kinds of stuff. She runs into Mary, but she doesn't recognize Mary because Mary was Mary Marvel at the time, but she doesn't recognize that. And all of a sudden, when Queen Nubia, enters the building to talk with the delegates, she's been ambushed by all these guards, and everybody decides to eyes decides to glow gold, and then Fukiara, she comes to save Queen Nubia. They run. And then she's like explaining herself, and she's like, I don't know what's going on, but we're trying to stop this war. And then, of course, then they run into another person, which is Yara, because Yara was there, but they was trying to attack her. And now she got wrapped up in all of this because it was the Oracle that was in Wonder Woman that was telling, Yara Flor that she has to show up here because the Oracle said that the Equestria had a vision of death for the Amazons, and she was trying to stop it. So now that they're all ambushed, everybody's falling out of the sky. People looking, and people are trying to attack the Amazons. Mary Marvel comes to save everybody's lives, and now everybody's like trying to go against the Amazons. So now they're wanted, and Mary uses use Hoppy to create an exit so they can get out of here. Now they also put Nubia, Yara, Fukiara, and Mary Marvel as most wanted lists. So they continue to battle. I mean, they continue to try to figure out what's going on, why they're being set up, because it don't make no sense. And people just randomly started attacking Nubia, but to the outside world, after all the events from Wonder Woman happened, where one of the Amazons killed all those men, and then these other people's their eyes start glowing, and then they start killing other people as well in the name of the Amazons. People ain't really believing them right now. So now that they're wanted, the news organizations are like trying to put out this whole story about how these Amazons are like committing crimes around the world. Now they got people also agreeing with the Amazons, and some people are going with them. They're just trying to figure out, like, hey, look, we need to figure out something. We need to stop all of this. And Wonder Woman, they was like, where's Wonder Woman? And then Victoria Kale, who's a frequent on again, off again villain for Wonder Woman, she was like, hey, look, Wonder Woman is in the wind. We don't know where she's at. And clearly she doesn't care about her sisters because she's letting them wreak havoc around the world. So we need to stop them before anyone else, because clearly Wonder Woman's not going to stop them. So we have to stop them. And so then, while they're trying to figure out, there's a strange man. He's like, hey, you have the package? She's like, yeah. What's going on? We need to figure out. The person that was on the phone was like, well, begin the operation. While they're trying to figure out what's going on, everybody's kind of arguing or whatever. And then they're telling Mary, we need to go to Bottom Manala. Queen Nubia was like, no, we need to go to Themyscira to retreat. And then she's like, no, we need to go to my home and go to Arkeem. Now, while they're arguing, there's a guy he throws out a box, and that has an apple of discord that gets all of the cops and stuff to go after the Amazons. So the group, they're trying to figure out what's going on. the guy drops an apple, a golden apple, and then that made all the cops in the area go after the Amazons. And so now they're going crazy. And then there was like, hey, what's going on? There's a golden apple of discord. And basically, they know who's doing it. um it was, since it belongs to Ares, and she's the one who has the golden apple of discord. Mary said, but I've also ran into it, but it also Magitek, so there could be someone else involved. And before they get a chance to do that, they've been attacked again, and now they're like trying to fight for the lives. Mary finds who the guy is, but he has Magitek, and then he blasts Mary, and it was like love from Dr. Savanier. um and again, they're just fighting. Nubia's trying to get the apple, to stop the apple, and the apple transport her somewhere to where Hippolyta is. She sees a vision of Hippolyta. Hippolyta was like, how could you? I thought they were sisters, but in instance, I was gone. You destroyed everything. And then you see a cloaked figure that tells her what's going on, and then Nubia drops the apple, and it was a vision. So then again, more battle is happening, and Hoppy, gets them to escape to a forest. They start arguing once again. The girls start arguing once again with what's going on with everything, and Mary tells them that this is part of the plan that Dr. Georgia Savanier Magitek devices. So she has Magitek devices that give people magic, and she's working with Ares to create discord for the Amazons. And they go to the forest, and they find one of Yara's Amazonian Amazons, and she tells her that she basically says the Doubting Queen, the Shadow Blade, there's no sanctuary for the past is found in a lie. You found the third, the lightning heart, and it's supposed to be like, but you will all still die because this is asylum. So basically, the prophecy brings together the Doubting Queen, the Shadow Blade, and the lightning. What's that darn thing? The lightning heart, which is bringing together all four of these characters, because Yara was also granted the vision or whatever, the vision to save the Amazon. So she's wrapped into it now. So it's a prophecy that says that these three will still die. And then we go to the next chapter. Basically, I'm so sorry. This story isn't all that interesting. I mean, it's kind of better than what Tom King is doing, because let's be honest, if you're gonna have the Amazons being attacked, yeah, you might as well show it off, right? Um, so basically, the golden apple of discord is creating discord around everything, and then you open up with more Amazons explaining what they love about man's world and how they're going to be able to work with man's world or whatever. And then you kind of see how they've been attacked by all these people from the discord of Esme killing people, and then the discord of certain people following the Amazons and blowing and killing other people, and then the sword of discord, the discord, the golden apple, that's getting people like riled up. So it's kind of crazy. It is definitely kind of crazy what's going on. And then you see like memories of Yara, um her her wishes to go to Brazil, and then Mary talking about going to college, and then Fukuara is saying that she doesn't want to be filmed by Cassie. And then you see Io, Nubia's lover, apparently, recording their private moment together or whatever. And she's like, hey, stop recording. Let's just have this moment to ourselves. And basically, they're trying to figure out what's going on. And once again, Mary transformed, and they're like, who are you? And then she was like, oh, Shazam. She was like, "Oh, it's you." Yes, it's me, Mary Marvel. And then they're basically like, "Hey, we need to split up. We need to find out what's going on." So Mary was like, "Hey, Hoppy can teleport you guys." And Hoppy doesn't really like Fukuyara. Fukuyara doesn't like her. And Nubia and Fukuyara with Hoppy goes to find out what's going on, while Mary Marvel and Yara still investigate this entire thing that's going on. But Yara's being the bitch that she is, because everybody being standoffish and mean mugging. Yeah, that's why people like Yara. Mm. And then she was like, "Hey, Wonder Girl, we need to don't you think we need to figure out what's going on?" And it's just like, Cassie set up a handful of safe house, so I'm starting there. And then she's like, "But Queen Nubia said," she was like, "I don't care. Stop calling me Wonder Girl, because I'm not that," or whatever. Um, so they visit a area, a safe haven to where Amazon's is, um, and basically they are greeted by Ismay Demodis, a one-time professor of Greek mythology, which turned into Greek history the moment Wonder Woman appeared in the world stage, and current UN ambassador, and now appointed to run the Amazon refugee camp. So she's explaining what's going on with everybody, and how Amazons who speak up for Amazons are being taken to jail. They don't know what's going on. Some of them are even being killed, and she doesn't really trust it. And she was like, "Hey, the mascara exists." She was like, "Hey, just because you've been on that island, there are many things that happened while you were on your island." And she's basically like, "Hey, what's going on here?" And then she was like, "Hey, I just want to share my views. I want to know what's going on, and I want to figure out why we're being set up, because there are things that are going on." And they were like, "All right, well then we need to get up out of here, and we need to figure out where Ezra's is and Hestia." So they go to the garden, and she's what's this darn lady name again? I already forgot it already. Um, Esme was trying to stop them, but they already teleported. So Mary goes to Belle Reve to find Dr. Savanier to figure out what's going on. And Dr. Savanier already knows who she is. But it's not the Dr. Savanier that some of y'all know. It's this girl or whatever, some lady or whatever. I guess they decided that the old guy was just too much apparently, so we're gonna replace him for his daughter. Classic, right? So anyway, they start talking about everything that's going on, and she was like, "Don't even try all that nonsense after what you did, trying to kidnap my parents and all that nonsense." And she was like, "What's going on? Tell me what's happening." And she was like, "Oh, Mary, I have so many different plans and stuff like that." And she was like, "You're going to be terrified with what's going on." And basically, if you want to stop me, you have to transform. But if you transform, people will know that you're Mary Marvel, and we can't have that. So then it was a straight up setup, and now Mary is trapped in Belle Reeves trying to stop these people, because it's a setup, because now she got now Dr. Savanier walked out of prison, and it was like, "Hey, you got everything?" And he was like, "Yeah." So now Mary is stuck in Belle Reve. Yara goes to one of the safe houses, and Nubia and them go to the garden where they try to figure out what's going on. And as soon as they get up to the garden temple to where one of the golden apples is, they've been transported. But instead, Nubia and Fukuyara is separated, and when you get to inside of the forest, I mean the garden, you see the goddess Eris dead, because she's not using the golden apples. Well, I don't even know if she's dead, but she's pinned to the tree, the golden apple tree. So now we get to the next part where Mary is running for her lives, running from her life in Belle Reeves, and trying to figure out like where's a good place to transform. Um, and then Yara tries to find some information about what's going on. And then Nubia gets transported to like the burning city, and the burning city is telling, you know, his visions of what's going on with everything. um Yara takes the Amazon to a safe house in Brazil, and basically she asks, "Is anybody here?" And then all you see is asylum, and then she finds somebody, but it was Cassie. Cassie was also investigating because she's like, all of the safe house that I set up, everybody's gone, nobody's there, and all I'm seeing is Asylum. And then Anaya, she disappears at the same time, and then one of the walls blow up, and then you see these Axe soldiers. They attack the Wonder Girls, and they decided to fight off the guys and escape to what's going on. So now they go to Belle Reeve so they can help Mary Marvel. Mary's still running from all these villains because the entire prison got locked down by Axe, and they're trying to kill her. So then she finally finds a place to hide because Count Vertigo, his power's been upgraded thanks to Dr. Savannier's experiment. She turns into Mary Marvel, and she stops him. She tries to fight him, and then while that's happening, Cassie and Yara comes in banging through and stop and tries to and help Mary stop Doctor. I mean, Dr. Vertigo. While that's happening, Yara helps Mary, and then Cassie stops the other criminals, and then Yara activate her god powers to stop Dr. Vertigo from using his powers against her, because I guess it doesn't work when she taps into her god power. And then Cassie was like, "Yeah, you're not the only demigod around here." And her eyes glows, and then bam, she punches everybody through the wall. They defeat the villains, and more Axe soldiers are coming. And then Mary, who's tired of everybody and everything going after them, she's like, "Okay, Cassie, I'm going to be able to do this one time, and I'm gonna need you to get us out of here." And then she calls from the lightning, and she does Shazam and like knocks everybody out while they escape. So Mary and Cassie start fangirling on each other. Yara's over the nonsense, and then they said, "What's this word, asylum?" Um, Cassie eyes start glowing, and then they start flying, and she's like, "We must seek asylum." Now Yara is in some kind of, vision or whatever. I mean, not Yara, but Nubia's in some vision, seeing Hippolyta and Io, her former lover, Stan or whatever, and Io gets killed or whatever, and Hippolyta says, "All of this happening is because of you, the Garden of Sophia and Orchard of the Garden Apple," and Eris, she's confirmed to be dead. And then it was like, "How is that possible?" And they said it was the spirit of a she. So somebody killed her. So one of the Amazons killed her. Um, and that means they have a traitor on I must. Then, because they was in the garden, guess who finds them? Peacemaker. And guess what? Peacemaker is acting just like his movie counterpart, which aggravates the fuck out of me because I do not like this version of Peacemaker. I don't want to see this jokey bastard at all. I really want him to be his regular self, which he was before the Peacemaker show. Now they're trying to incorporate his personality. Dawn of DC is trying to incorporate that personality into the character, which that doesn't make any sense. When if you read the solo Peacemaker book before Dawn of DC and the Suicide Squad book that he was featured in prior to Dawn of DC, he was a very serious character. Now they're making him this damn James Gunn joke character. So then the X soldiers found Queen Nubia because she was distracted, and then he was like, "Hey, if you don't surrender, I'm gonna kill Nubia." And I'm like, oh, Lord, have mercy. Just shoot me now, Lord. So afterwards, Peacemaker, he's trying to attack everybody. And I mean, he's trying to attack um, Fukiara. And he's like, please, I want you to make a move because I don't mind. Um, while the girls are falling in the sky, Yara was like, "Hey, we gotta figure out what's going on." And then she was like, "I hear it too." And then Mary tried to call Shazam, and he was like, "No, I got you." Yara eyes glows yellow, and then she's like, "I need you to trust me, Mary. I can take us to Asylum." And the girls fall down into a portal, and then Fukiara was like, "Hey, I don't have time for all of this nonsense." And Peacemaker, being his silly self, was like, "Hey, I'm ready to kill anytime you ready." While they're inside, while she's being prioritized with Peacemaker, hey, Nubia's mind is still seeing all of the nonsense that's going on with Asylum and what the goddess did and how to weaken the Amazons. And basically Nubia was like, "No, I won't let this happen, and I won't submit to anyone." And then she was like, "There's never no Asylum." So she gets up, she stops Peacemaker, and then they throw some kind of bag of chips around, and then Hoppy was like, "For the Amazon," and he transports them to Philadelphia. Then Nubia get out of the way, and then she and Fukuhara and Hoppy transport again, but Peacemaker followed her again to India, and then they try it again. They get transported to Scotland. Try again. Guess who follows Peacemaker because he jumps into the portal at the last minute? Santa Fe, United States. And then his gun drops, and then she was like, "No, you will listen. We're not your enemies." And then she gets shot by a a child who was thinking that saw the Amazons as a threat. Nubia kind of flinches from what's going on, and she cries tears of that she can't believe the boy shot her because he was trying to defend his sister. He was thinking that she was attacking him. And they get transported again to a desert um in Costa della Jed Tucson. And basically Fujiwara was like, "Hey, look, I understand the pain and whatever, but that child was doing what it thought, and we can't let this stop us from doing our mission." And then she was like, "But he was so terrified." And then she was like, basically, even though I disagree with all the decision that you made, but scars are tough. They are layered and hard. But the cause of every scar the same: pain. Um, and she explains what's going on, like how women who found Bangalore are in pain. They have been hurt in every way, and every person can be hate. And she said, "I spent a lifetime seeing women ground under the heels of those who love them and support them, and told over and over that pain is love." And she's like, "I can't stand it no more." Then you see Yara, who holds an unconscious Mary. She jumps down into a crater, and that continues with Fukiara's story about, because Banya Mandala, they know man's world always hurt us, and that will never change. And she was like, even though we're different, I don't hate your decisions, but I don't understand them. And basically she explains how she emerged from the Well of Souls. That's what and she was talking about how she was on she was an ambassador to Earth. She was able to see the beauty and stuff like that. She knows that pain comes, but it doesn't mean that it's still not beautiful. And I choose to believe that the world is still beautiful, and I hope that we can still make the changes. And then she's like, basically, I need to find out which Amazon betrayed her. And then she's like, "So am I." And then Fukuhara knocks her out, and she's like, "Mary." And then Mary is tied up, and then she sees half of the Amazons turn to stone. And then basically they was like, "Welcome to Asylum because you founded Nubia." And basically Fukuhara is taken over by the Apple of Discord. Yeesh, yeesh. All right, now we get into the final chapter of this story, right? Pretty much, because this is what's going on, even though now at that point, we done completely forgot about the world just going after the Amazons, because now what's happening is that they found out who the traitor is. And basically, Dr. Savanier is working with the traitor, and they're trying to send the apple of discords everywhere to cause discord in everybody. So if they can cause the discord in everything with the apples, they can furthermore bend the will of men and create this asylum. So Nubia is telling them what's going on, and he's like, you speaking through everybody, but show me who you are. And then basically it was a skeleton figure who comes out. It's like, I am beloved of Hestia. I'm the beloved of Hestia. I am Asylum, and I am the last true Amazon. And then they were like, Ismay. So it was Ismay, the professor that they met earlier. She was the Amazon who got reborn after Esme's body fell through. Her spirit went inside her body. And she tells like, hey, I'm going to re-educate these Amazons. I'm going to re-educate the world, and we're going to remember how we were powerful and we were helpers of man until men decided to come and help and hurt us and stuff like that. And she explains how, every time women were smarter, faster, stronger, or knew more, men would come and ruin everything, and she got sick of it. So because Hippolyta wouldn't act, she did, and she opened up the gates and to make things right. But Io activated one of her nasty inventions, earthquake machine, making Hercules believe I had lied to him and he killed me. Um, and I was buried alive. And basically, when she saw everything that was going on, when she came back, she was like, when she saw Nubia announce uniting the all of the Amazons in the world with Themyscira, she couldn't take it anymore. She couldn't see what Nubia was trying to do. So she decided to come up with a plan after all and stop what was going on. So she decided to create discord with everyone to further everything that's going on with the prior Amazon revolt that the world already has against them. So she teams up with Dr. Savanier to stop all of the Amazons from uniting. That's pretty much what it is. Yara breaks away with everything. Fukiara, she wakes up. Yara wakes up Cassie, and Mary Marvel becomes Mary Marvel, and they decided to attack her. Attack, what's his darn thing he called? They had decided to attack Asylum, and she decides to eat more apples to get more powerful. And she was basically like, I'm your savior. I will save you from man's world. And basically, Nubia was like, no, we're going to stop you. And we're going to show you that nobody can stop us, and no one, not from man's world or anything, we will save everybody whether they want to or not. And then all the Amazons, including Mary Marvel, attack her, and basically they figure out what's going on, and it was like, hey, Hoppy, you have I have a plan. So Mary Marvel and Hoppy go around the world to destroy all of the golden apples, and that stops Dr. Savanier's plan from going through. And now the other Amazons are fighting the Asylum, and then they defeat Asylum. So they go to the UN in New York City, um, and then they was like, here's the betrayer right here. And they was like, so you turning yourself in? And she was like, no, I'm over here to wish for peace, and then to surrender the villain who started all of this. And it was like, hey, you think we're gonna let you just walk away? It was like, well, it'd be a waste of time in honoring the true, honoring our truce right now. And then Sergeant Still was like, what are you talking about? And then they kind of like, hey, look, here is the exchange. We give you this villain right here, and you will clear the names of everybody. I mean, you will clear the names of the Amazons from saying that we are the one who sorted this discord, when here's the villain right here, Asylum. And then he said, so you'll return to your island and head off of a rogue nation. And she basically was like, Themyscira will always be a sanctuary open to all those who need safe harbor. The Amazons are neither your demons nor your servant. We are always what we always been, women fighting for a better world for everybody. Sergeant Steele says, hey, you're monsters. And then she's like, believe what you like, but the Amazons are here to stay, whether you like it or not. Um, basically, Cassie and Yara tells Nubia that they're going to try to convince Diana to let them help with her plan, while Mary, Marvel, and them help rebuild certain things or whatever. They decided to put with Asylum in jail and the Apples of Discord down. A lot of the hate for the Amazons have died down, and she basically saying, hopefully we can find hope and change for everything, and we will live because we are Amazons. And then that's the end of this. So yeah, that was Amazon's attack. What it sort of went with the story, but sort of a waste of time. Honestly, I know this is pretty like a long review, because this is it. There's really not much to go on. It really doesn't tie in with the Wonder Woman thing. It picks up from the events that Wonder Woman left off at, but it doesn't really do much, honestly. And it just kind of sucks, but hey, it is what it is, right? But yeah, Amazon's attack, that's what it is. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.